Hello and welcome to a mod not many people probably know about. That's right, it's the Gates of Versailles. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this a mod where Napoleon won? No! Is it a mod where Napoleon lost? Still no. It's actually just a mod where Napoleon, well, he just sort of hung on. He won and lost. Yeah, we've truly come quite far with HOI4 mods and the scenarios we're creating. Now, over the past couple years, I have tried out the Gates of Versailles a couple times. I think I have 2 videos on the channel currently that I can remember. I did the British, and I've also done the Germans. Yeah, I feel like I've already done the French as well, but you know what it is. You know, anything about France in my brain, just gotta sweep that out eventually. But here you go. Few men in history have inspired such praise and scorn as Napoleon and his family. Despite the stalemate at Trafalgar and the defeat in Russia, France was able to secure a peace and status quo in 1818. Tell you what's really cool about this mod. Another mod should potentially look into this. You see these exclamation marks? They actually tell you what is currently new in the mod, what's outdated, what's going to get reworked. That's really cool. Hey, look at that. They've also got like a sneak peek dev diary if you hover over here as well. That's crazy. I don't even think Paradox could do that. But today, out of all these nations, I want to go ahead and play America. Now, whilst this is a what if Napoleon kind of won, kind of survived scenario, there was still a world war, to which the Americans, well, we decided to draw an even bigger, straighter line through Canada. That's right, Charlie! Bring me my ruler! I've got an idea. And yeah, current president is Charles Curtis. If you're looking for a bit more of a in-depth bit of lore here, it is right on your screen. The only part I'm going to read out here is the next crisis for the French came with the Great War in 1914. The Entente consisting of France, Russia, and the UK faced off against the Central Powers of Prussia, the Austrian Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and the US. So pretty similar in a few ways, other than the US was actually, you know, not in the Entente this time around, as you can tell, I guess. In particular, we didn't manage to get that little bit of land from Mexico, if you can't tell. I'm not too sure if I'm assuming we still had a big civil war potentially, and maybe because I'm looking at a Mexican empire here, that France probably had a say or two in us actually taking this land, to which we didn't. It's alright, though I'm sure a few mistakes in the past can be corrected. Oh yeah, it's also the crazy mod where I think we actually have some colonies. We do. We actually have a pretty big African colony over there and down here. And yes, they're going completely fine. Don't look at that. So yeah, I guess we kind of kept a hold of Liberia and then beyond that as well. So we had a little bit of fun. Oh god, maybe we didn't have a lot of fun. Okay, so for now we just have the presidency of Charles Curtis, and I'm assuming, yeah, just our war doctrine stuff over there. I think this might open up though. There's no path guides or anything. Oh, I actually need to go restart and turn Man the Guns back on. I was filming something on the Slop channel. By the way, go subscribe to the Slop channel. Now, despite our lack of a West Coast over here, we do still have quite a bit of economic prowess behind us. Our tech's not too bad, and unless something happens, my economy currently is intact, and I'm assuming not everything's perfect. I'm going to imagine, though, that my economy will explode at some point. Just kind of a given for every single mod ever. And, of course, real life. That's our presidency with Charles Curtis done with. I'm assuming we'll get an election at some point. So I'm just going to go ahead and go down one of our paths over here. And I guess just slowly wait to see how things take shape. Literally, as I unpaused, he's dead. And that unlocks a bit more for us to do over here now with our main guy, Mr. Herbert Hoover. Of course. Go ahead, get Hoover in, and look at that. Immediately, the country's devolved into woke. It's time for a Canadian to lead the United States. I can get McKenzie King. Sure. I mean, why not? What? Why not? not, yeah. I'm not too sure, like, how close we are with the Canadians. We do pretty much have all their population and population centers, so the British aren't really left with too much up here. So we can go with the old bull moose, or we can get ourselves the Canadian lion. And of course, I've got to get the Canadian lion. And there he is, McKenzie King in charge of the United States of America. Once again, we get ourselves a new bit of focus trait, which I'm kind of getting a few spoilers over here on where this could potentially be going. Yeah, a little bit of spoilers. I guess allegedly one of the things McKenzie King is very interested in is taking over Cuba. Not sure if that's specifically what I would do, but I guess that's where we're starting. And yeah, it is still owned by the Spanish, so I can assume there was no Spanish-American war. But hey, you know, never say never. Oh, they actually refused to hand it over. I was not expecting that. Okay, hold on a second. We're going to war, boys. There's a goddamn Canadian in control. He's immediately just started a war. Question is, am I going to have to take this all the way back to Spain? Or are they going to peace out if I take Cuba? I had nothing in Cuba, so I'm assuming they were not expecting me coming. Yeah, it was all the way down here, so we do get a peace out if we take Puerto Rico, which, mission accomplished. There you go. We could sign this peace conference right now, which I am going to do. I would have really liked to just keep on going, though. Go straight into Spain. I reckon we could have taken them. Oh, they do still in the Philippines. I could have kept going. I should have kept going. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if there was going to be a force peace out if I don't accept that, though. We just get, like, some horrible debuffs. So it turns out McKenzie King, the man that just started a bit of a war, albeit one with Spain, is a bit of a target of a corruption scandal. You know, I gotta say it. No man is perfect. Sure, what if a couple million lands in my pocket here? How's it my fault? I can't believe it. They're gonna go ahead and impeach me, McKenzie King. A message to all king heads across the nation. We're gonna have a big demonstration at the Capitol on January 7th. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that we won the impeachment. We could, like, say we lost. I don't know why we'd do that when we won. It was clearly better, although we do get hit in the testicles with 300 political power down the drain. But after our gigantic rally, they listened to us peacefully, okay? And now, I truly am the McKenzie King Senate. I don't know where this playthrough is going, by the way. I'm going to be real with you. A little bit of a corruption scandal? Sure. Who doesn't? We've got a little bit of a political power crisis? Sure. Who doesn't? Economy, though, looking great. Ooh, little things kicking off over there in India. It looks like the British are actually going in for the rest of it. I'm not too sure. I don't think they started with all that, did they? Or if they did, it's rapidly collapsing, but I don't think they did start with any of that. Oh, yeah, I've also, really missed something here. Dear God, you are holding on for literally a centimeter of your life there. So I guess the Polish have find the Russians. I don't know how that has occurred or what is going on there. How have they not just moved in here? Oh, Europe has gone into a big old kerfuffle. Yeah, let's look at the factions just for a second. So we have the Westminster Accord, which is the British and the Russians, but the Germans haven't joined any faction and they're also going in. I mean, we'll have to keep an eye on this, although we can't do anything yet until our next election, I think. The British just did a Hail Mary right into Paris right there. They actually going to... is this going to end very quickly? My God, the Dominion of India's also just turned up. Okay. Oh, no, we've got ourselves the next election. We can either go with Mr. Conservative or Wallace the Reformist. I don't know which to do. I guess I'll do Mr. Conservative. Well, that was Robert Taft. Well, we're tafting it up, Taft bros. Apparently, nobody wanted McKenzie King around after the, the massive corruption scandal, impeachment, which doesn't sound very realistic to me, given current American politics. Oh, no, sorry. He'll actually come back and win the next one now after this. It's the French, running through Germany, and the British are running through France. This is one big mess. And also, what is going on over here? How have you not ended this? We got Mr. Robert A. Taft. Thankfully, this one does fit in the bathtub, and I'm assuming, yep, now we got even more focuses to do, and I think it might lead to a bit of war. Now, I guess we don't have to worry too much about the European affairs right now. I think they actually have it completely covered. It's the Europeans tearing each other apart. Pretty good for us. Gives us a chance to do a bit of an expansion ourselves while they're all busy. And I guess that is it for the French. They literally just crumbled in on themselves very... Oh, wait, they're a German puppet? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think this is going to end right there, is it? I don't think it's going to end right there at all. Apparently that woke the Russians up as well. They realized they could just cut the Polish in half and probably be done with whatever they're dealing with. Okay, I love the fact they've just taken over, you know, all of mainland Poland there. And Polish Commonwealth, don't give a damn. They just live... Can I send someone volunteers to do this myself? Do I send the Polish Commonwealth volunteers? Let's just make it worse. Let's make it way worse. Okay, yeah. The AI very clearly just broken. Is going on? Let's see if we can march right into Moscow. Yep. Yes, I can. I don't know what the AI is doing. I've recaptured Warsaw for them, though. Yeah. No one ever saw this coming. I think if I just cause as much chaos as possible, this would, like, wake the AI up. And the Polish AI is actually waking up. But I wanted the Russian AI to wake up. Oh, well, they just capitulated right at the end there. I think I was still winning. Whatever. I don't know what was happening there. The AI just... pure incompetence. I guess with the pretty given instability in the world now, with the complete collapse of France, I kind of have no choice but to reaffirm the Monroe Doctrine. I don't want any of those pesky Europeans coming over to my playground. I do love how immediately, after reaffirming the Monroe Doctrine, letting everyone know in the Americas that you will be safe from European powers, I'm immediately going in on Mexico. Yeah, I said... You're safe from European powers. Well, we've laid down the groundwork for our invasion here, and I think it's time we finally make it to the west. And yeah, I don't think they were going to put up much of a fight against this, were they? Just like that, no more Mexico. It's not a perfect border, and I probably should have just taken all of Mexico now that I'm looking at a few things here. Like I say, I do just still have a decision to declare on Mexico. Surely that won't work. Okay, definitely does not work. But I think I will just annex Mexico through the puppet interface, just because now that I'm looking at it, I don't like this. There you go. US finally made it to the West Coast. The Mexico issue has been sorted. Next up, it's time for fighting the entire world issue. Germans have a faction now, the Europa Pact. There's also a couple... I've just noticed little factions hanging about that probably shouldn't be hanging about, but won't question it. But where do I go from now? Realistically, I'm in a pretty good damn position, but there is nobody else fighting in the world, and we probably do need, you know, a little bit of conflict somewhere in the world for us to sneak in and get more stuff. Well, there you go. The Germans have gone straight in on the Austrians, who are in no faction at all. I think... Oh my god, look at the troop counts here. What is going on in this mod? I kind of want to get in with the Germans, honestly, but I can't join their faction for a lot of reasons. Specifically, you know, world tension is currently at 49% because France was just eliminated immediately. I have an idea to help you, Germany, by exploding the entire world. That's right, it's just how McKenzie King would have liked it. A good old bit of corruption and chaos. Just zoom out. Who are we fighting here? Yep, just it's just going to be the entire world. So Operation McKenzie King was right about everything. Is currently underway. We're kicking the Entente, well, they're not the Entente, are they? The Westminster Accord out of North America. And then we're going to have to think about how to capitulate the UK and Russia. I mean, I don't have high hopes for the Russians after all, what I saw with the Polish, though. So I think we might be okay there. Our issue is obviously how we are going to get the range over to the UK as well. I'm hoping I might just be able to sneak it through with submarines if I keep sinking the British fleet, which I have sunk a whole bunch of it already because I did send it over, but I'm assuming they still have quite the fleet. We'll see if we can lure it out with some submarines. I also hate the Republic of Canada just existing there, so I'm gonna open the console and I'm gonna be able to justify them by allowing Diplo. So yeah, technically a bit of a cheat there, but I don't care. Whilst we wait for our submarines to actually create so much chaos that I might be able to get a landing somewhere, might as well make the most of our little holdings down in Africa, call them in, and start taking some land. We have just completely overran them. Also splitting my fleet now, and I'm going to bring half it over here to start hopefully intercepting more British Navy. Kick the British out of mainland Africa now, And our supremacy is starting to look a lot better. There's just these red blobs that I can't really deal with as I don't have the range for just yet. That's where the British fleet is actually projecting. So I need to find somewhere I can sneak through. Well, whilst I'm waiting to figure out the supremacy, I think I'm just going to end up building a few more boats that have a bit more range that I can patrol in and hopefully catch their fleet. I do have another plan. This one is called Operation Blue Eagle Dawn. Now the landing is a success, but we are going to have to immediately whack down ports as there's not a single one over here. All's complete, and here come reinforcements. I didn't think we'd be capitulating the Russians first in this scenario, but here we are. Now, whilst the Eastern Rush is happening, I am trying to get supremacy in this one tile, which I now have, that I should be able to launch for these islands over here, the British own. With that, we now, I'm assuming, have enough range to actually project onto the British Isles. Perfect! And the landings are commencing. I don't think the AI really knows how to build units in this. Oh my god. Yeah, the AI definitely don't build units in this mod. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what it is. Like, where the hell did the Russian army go? Something's definitely broken, I'll tell you that much. I don't remember if it was broken last time we played either, but, yeah. If you're gonna give this mod out a little try, just know it doesn't work. Maybe try it in multiplayer or something. I'm just assuming once a unit's destroyed, the AI will just never replace them, because the Russians had way more than that, but I'm assuming as I've destroyed them, they just haven't rebuilt any. Tag switched over to the Russians. Look at all the equipment they have. Oh my god, and not a single unit in production. Wait, they don't even have a template. What? Same for the British? Yeah, the British just have no templates. Well, now we know what the issue is. So I imagine what happens is that AI just decommissions it, maybe? I'm not sure. I have genuinely no idea. I've never seen this in a mod before, but mod developers, now you know the issue. It could be potentially some sort of like demobilization thing, because technically the World War already happened. And yeah, maybe something to do with that. You guys have broke it. You guys can figure it out though. Either way, AI decided to delete their units. It ain't gonna stop me. Whatever units the British had left, they put them in London, but it didn't stop me. Thanks for the stockpile, I guess. Well, second time I've made it to Moscow, completely unopposed in one playthrough. Well, it's definitely not a very ceremonious end to this game, I guess. And that is all she will be writing today for our game of Gates of Versailles. Yeah, it's a little bit broken in a lot of ways, and I think you should probably wait to give it a go, because clearly some things need to be fixed. Nonetheless, though, I still had a whole bunch of fun today, even if it was pretty limited. It's 1953 right now, but the game runs so fast, obviously, because there are no units on the map. So I haven't been playing as long as you might think. It's only been like 3, maybe 2.5 hours. I just realized American East Indies. Why did they take that? That wasn't me, by the way. I just puppeted like all the states and provinces and everything. So that means they took that beforehand. But yeah, again, I enjoyed it nonetheless. Obviously, not much of a challenge to it, and a little bit annoying in a few parts, but there you go. That was Gates of Versailles. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe down below, and let me know if you want me to come back and check it out, maybe for Nostalgia November.